Greetings, brothers and sisters. We are hoping and trusting and believing that all is well with you. A happy new year for all of those who believe that April Fools is indeed
a happy new year.
Yeah, happy new year to all of us who believe in that. And we just want to come back with exciting news from Niger, one of our beautiful AES countries, still taking a very beautiful step towards development and towards changing the country's story. You know, Niger, the AES, the Sahel region has been known for suffering for all of these years. And right now we're seeing a change.
One of the poorest countries in the world.
Exactly. Where now the IMF is saying it's going to be the fastest growing in Africa. Shows you that change indeed comes from us, and we're the only ones who can change our destiny. So the news that are coming in from Niger is that they've decided to get the heck out of the Lake Chad kind of military group that they have there, and they just want to focus on themselves. You know, the AES is about them and their people, nothing else. Outside forces don't matter when it comes to the AES. And right now, what is Niger doing?
So guys, when you hear about Boko Haram, it affects the four countries, Cameroon, Niger, Chad, and Nigeria. And Lake Chad is a dying lake in Chad, the country Chad, but it's closer to those four countries, closer to the border of those four countries. And Boko Haram would run and hide in the four boundaries. They will be in Nigeria, they will be in Cameroon, they will be in Chad, and they will be in Niger. So these countries came together and created the Multinational Joint Task Force, which is also the Lake Chad military force to now fight. But I don't think it's been effective at all. So Niger has withdrawn from the Multinational Joint Task Force, a regional force combating Islamist militants around Lake Chad to bolster security around its domestic oil assets, the government has announced. The Multinational Joint Task Force, MNJTF, comprised of troops from Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, and has struggled since 2015 with internal divisions and coordination challenges, hindering its effectiveness against groups like Boko Haram and Daesh. The withdrawal comes as Niger new military leadership, led by Abdurrahman Tiani,
President himself,
which recently announced a 5-year transition plan prioritizes national security following attacks on civilians and energy infrastructure, including the crucial Academ Benin oil pipeline. The impact of Niger's departure on the MNJTF's future operations remain unclear, and the task force has yet to comment. So what you can realize is Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali just left the La Francophonie. If they are in an organization, even ECOWAS, the way they left in January completely, they left the past January, but if it was effective this January. They usually leave an organization if they deem it not effective. Useless. Like, for example, they will be asking themselves, why are we in the La Francophonie? How are people benefiting? And if they are not benefiting, what are we doing here? That's what they did with the ECOWAS, that's what they did with the La Francophonie, and there are a lot of other things that are happening. Now we have the Multinational Joint Task Force against the militants, the terrorists, and they are out because we are wasting our resources and money to something that is not benefiting our people. You remember we had Arikana Chamburkwata talking about the UN, and they were saying, I wish US can leave the United Nations, and also African countries can leave the United Nations, because they are not here to benefit Africa. You are here to benefit Europe, to steal from Africa and benefit Europe. Now that is what these guys are doing. It's not benefiting our people. We are out of it.
It just reminded me how the ministers are usually called together to evaluate the way forward, to evaluate and rethink strategies of development, and to see how far their strategies have helped improve the country and their people. So when you see ministers of energy, I don't know what, security are being called together, they are usually re-evaluating whatever they have achieved over the past whichever month, and see if this thing is beneficial, because there are resources being wasted. Niger being part of this Chad and Nigeria military group, it means that they have to send their army, they have to send vehicles, there's weapons being used, and if it's not helping the people, then why waste all of these resources when they can actually help with the internal security? And that is how Niger reevaluates and rethink some of its decisions. Nigeria will be there wasting money, people eating money through corruption of sending people who are not. Sometimes you think there's army being sold, sent, and there's actually nobody. So why would you stay in such an organization that doesn't help your country improve the lives of its people? And the AES has become a strong confederation such that they have their own army. They have joined hands and said, we will fight together. So if in any case Niger needs help, there's Burkina Faso, there's Mali.
They also have a 5,000 men military, like the AES military. Forget about individual militaries. A combined force, of a whole new combatant. Yes.
So they will never need these other three guys who are actually not even doing that. So if you hear this guy saying it has not been effective, it's not been useful to the people, so why stay there? I love the moves that Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali usually takes with regards to moving forward, development issues, decisions to be made. They are very quick. If something is useless, we are done, we are out. And that's the kind of leadership that we need for Africa.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you think about this. Leaving the MJTF or multinational joint task force against militants. If you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We also have super chats, super thanks, and continue liking, sharing. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.